Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for watching today. So today I wanted to build with the new Casita walls from the premium shop. So I came to my meadow, my peaceful meadow floating island, and I grabbed Mirabel's house because I really wanted to use hers with the walls, of course. And then all the time when I'm looking for inspiration for Mirabel's house, I always see these beautiful pictures of her house with a big rainbow and like lush background. So I pulled out the rainbow that we got in the star path, and you can actually put it like right over her house. And I just thought it looked pretty cool. And then since I wanted to build up kind of the background really lush, I turned around one of these Neverland waterfall pieces, the rainbow one, because when I turned it around, it looks kind of like mountainous and rocky, and I really like how that looks. So I kind of played around with putting some of those in, and then kind of building up the background with a lot of different heights of trees. I tried to use different colors and stuff and what I could. And then I wanted to have some lakes next to the house, so I put these rainbow pieces, and then I'm just using these long water pieces to line them up to make sure they're even, and then I'll remove those. So I just wanted to put more rainbows, and you can't really put them at the diagonal and have these pieces fit, so I just put a couple 90s like that, and then it started raining. I've been getting so much rain from the update. It's just nonstop. So I'm just doing some stuff while it's raining because I had to stop filming so many times. So I kept going with just because I was going to do this one side and then I'll do the other side when it stops raining. So I'm just going to build up this kind of lake side, and I didn't want it to be like too square and blocky, but I also wanted to keep some space to be able to walk around the sides and everything. So I'm just starting to kind of place some of the pieces and figure out how I want it to go. So I'm gonna go through all of that just because I know some people have been struggling to use these the water river, Neverland river, that's what it is. These river pieces. So I'm just showing you that me going through all of that, trying to figure out how I want it to go, and going back and kind of editing it as well to make it look the way I wanted to. I wanted to have that big piece of the lake, so I made sure to have that in there so I knew kind of the that I needed to account for that big space. And then I'm just going to keep continuing with the border to connect the rainbow waterfalls how I want. And I kind of played around a lot. I use a lot of the two small like corner pieces. And then once I figure out, I make sure that everything's lined up really well so that I can have everything connected and filled in easily. And save often because it will delete. So I've had it delete so many times. It stopped raining, so I was very happy about that. And I decided I wanted the river to kind of run towards or kind of like a little bit of river to run towards the central walking path. So I'm kind of changing that side up now over here. I really tried to use a lot of different like corners and lengths to get different kind of curves, but we are kind of limited since everything's like a 90-degree turn. So I did the best I could to make it look somewhat natural. I think that these pieces are so good. This river kit is so good, and I just think that the more I use it, the easier it becomes. So I will probably be using this in a lot of builds. hopefully everybody's able to at least pin it and save up for it because it's really the best item. I think it's really fun to play with, and it just looks so beautiful in the game. Also, just giving us that just rainbow piece with the mountain. I really hope they start bringing some kind of elevation, like maybe more mountainous pieces or something. I love having that lush background I'd always been wanting to give for Mirabel. Now I'm just gonna fill this in because I figured that was close enough. I wanted to leave some yard space next to the lake for like dining or something, so I'm just gonna fill it all in now and use... I didn't put too much decoration in it because I want it to look fairly clean, but I'll do that later. So I'm gonna move over to this side. I didn't want them to be the same, so I kind of decided that I wanted kind of the stream to run up next to the house, kind of going towards the back. So I'm trying to do that, but I also wanted space for me to be able to walk like next to the stream. So I'm just kind of figuring out how to do that. At first I was just closing it off there, and then I decided let me continue it on. And this is just going to be kind of a small stream with all the little corner pieces with rocks in it, but it looks really cute just like that. I do find it easiest to have all the pieces out and just be able to copy them over what I need into my build rather than having to go back to the menu every time. I know that's not always possible if you're building in an area that you don't have space for, but I find that to be the easiest way right now. And I keep saving just to make sure it doesn't delete and to kind of look at it and make sure I'm doing that it's looking how I want it to. I also had like a piece off on that stream that was not quite connected, so I'm gonna go and edit that in a minute after I figure out how to connect the other waterfall. So once I figured out how to connect it, I decided I wanted the stream to run out a little bit more that way. So I'm gonna do that. I had to make sure it was gonna be able to run next to that waterfall area. And that's how I decided I liked it. It always looks different too once you leave furniture mode and you can actually see the water and you don't see the tiles on top of it and everything. So that's when I noticed I had a piece off there, so I wanted to correct it, and then I decided to make the waterfall kind of go behind the other mountain as well. I'm just trying to make sure I mix up some of the foliage so it's not all the same. So I'm grabbing the few different types, trying to anyways. And some of them I left the bare like single piece so it wasn't too overdone. And then I realized that I wanted to be able to walk over there, so I decided to just make it fit next to the rainbow here. And then I wanted to kind of run it towards the center again on this side. I wasn't trying to make them the same lake or symmetrical, but they kind of look really close to each other. I mean, I did want them both kind of running down that way, and the little like wooden dock pieces in certain spots where you might walk into the water or sit on. Even though they're kind of small, I think it's cute. And that's it. Just gonna fill it in now. And I know that that seemed kind of long to me, but also I didn't want it to be too slow or too fast, but you can always slow down or speed up YouTube if you wanted to slow down that part to see exactly what pieces I was using and everything. You could do that, or if you wanted to speed through it, obviously you can always do that. So I pulled out the Casita walls. I hadn't pulled these out before yet, so I'm just kind of playing around with them a little bit to see like what I could do with them and see how they fit together. And I wanted to see, can I connect them this way and like have no seams? Can I layer them? Because there's not many pieces, but once you kind of put them together in different ways like this, you can create quite a lot of things, which I'm looking forward to doing these builds again. I mean, once I built this, I liked it so much, and I was kind of mad I had it on an island because my valley I just finished and it's full right now, so I didn't have space. But I'm gonna be deleting it, and I really want to do like a biome like this or something with these. But so I just decided to show you. See, it started raining again. It was just constant. So I'm checking how that looks, and after looking, I really like how it looks. You can, I could have decorated. I was checking the seams, seeing how things look together in different ways, and but I did decide I didn't want it to be that close to the entrance of the house because I wanted to have a really good view of the house and the lakes and the water when I walked through. So after playing with it a little bit, I decided I'm just gonna make a not so deep and not rooms and everything, and just kind of the entrance wall to the casita area. So I'm so I deleted some of it, and now I'm building what will actually stay here. I really like having like layering the archways because it feels really cool when you walk through. I like having all the different layers where you can kind of put little decor and things. But I do end up doing this area pretty basic, as you will see. I did want to put more archways so that when you're walking by you can see the lakes and the house and everything. So that's what I was trying to figure out. At first I was thinking, well, you wouldn't walk through there, so I was doing all weird things, but I wanted to be able to see everything when I walk by. So I just put a few arches next to each other and then figured out how I would make them fit and still be centered with everything. So I'm moving everything around. I thought about this, but I couldn't see the water, so I ended up just grabbing one of these end pieces and kind of putting it middle, like not exactly where it would go, because you can kind of clip them together that way, so it just makes a little wall, and I liked how that looked. So then I'm gonna go do the other side. And once I was over here, I thought, well, they should be able to just walk straight to this lake, so I wanted to make sure to have another archway like towards the lake for some reason. So I just build the end of the wall that way. And that's how I end up doing the whole wall. I tried to see if I liked that better, but I just left it and like that. And then I was going to put another, see how I had an archway with a door with a wall behind it, so it's just kind of like a little decor archway. I like the look of that also. I think I ended up like changing out what I put in it, but I added quite a bit of decor. Well, at least I think. So I'm just adding a bunch of tiki lights and things. And but in the end, I didn't want to finish the whole island because, like I said, I want to move this. I mean, I pretty much finished it. It's a finished build, but like I didn't. I would have done more if it was in my valley. Because I like decorating on the islands because it doesn't have the spawns and all that stuff, and you have a nice big open space and can do what you want, but I don't see them a lot. So like I really love some of my floating island builds, but I don't visit them enough because I don't see them much while I'm playing. So I'm just gonna go through and add a bunch of foliage. Some of the lighted lily pads on the water. Some of the butterfly flowers and different things. I used a little bit of reeds, but like I wanted to really be able to see the water well, so I didn't cover it too much. And then I had pulled out these little pet cabanas that are super cute and I think just match really well. And then I can put some capybaras in here and stuff. The beach grass is so nice on these because you can cover up some of the corners and make it not look as straight and blocky. But I didn't want to have too much of it because when I was walking around, I really wanted to see the water well and like the waterfalls and rainbows. So I'm trying to fill in a lot of the surrounding area with just adding some palm trees and other kind of jungle foliage and trees. The boats look so cute in the water, so I wanted to add some of those. And you can put these tangled floating lanterns over these river pieces, which is super nice since we can't put them over the natural water. And I think this big like jungle tree swing is like perfect here. So I just wanted to check it out and see if I should add anything else. And then I just added some decor, like a little dining area next to the lake. And then I kind of added some decor in the front of the walls. There's so much you can do here. These are so cute. And then I forgot that I stopped recording, but I just decided I wanted to make the path thing look not so blocky, but I didn't want path everywhere. I decided later I don't want to put a bunch of pathing because, again, I want to move Mirabel back and not keep her here on this island. I put out some water tiles. You can put water tiles under these river pieces, so it looks kind of cool with some water squirting up here and there. And then I just decided to continue this path. I haven't played much with this diagonal path, but I was trying to do some sort of pattern with it. And that's what I came up with. And then I added some of these different colored lamp posts, which I think is really cute here because it's so colorful, her house and everything. I decided not to connect the path on the outside of the house, and I didn't put a lot of decor on the inside of the walls. I'm gonna do another like big build with these very soon because I really like how this turned out. And I want to do some more stuff with these walls. So yeah, I added some rocky pathing, and then that's about it. So that's the full build at night. Oh, I'm adding some extra decor on the outside there. I think that's it. I use those little fairy chairs in there, but they also just look like foliage pieces to me. So I just think they're like pretty to use as chairs or not as chairs. Like it kind of looks like a pretty table too, but it's just kind of, they're cute, I think. I really like walking through here and seeing the big rainbow around her house. All the girls were just here having a party. So you can see I didn't decorate in front of the walls inside, but normally I would add some more decor there, but it still looks nice as is. It started getting so full here. It's basically covered this whole peaceful meadow island, and I really, really like how this turned out. I love using both these pieces, the Neverland River Kit and these Casita walls are so good and they're so versatile. I hope that everybody can get them at some point if you like to build. But yeah, it's so nice walking next to the water and seeing all the color and the trees and like using those rainbow rocks as like little mountains in the background. I just think it adds a lot of depth and dimension. Yeah, I'm really liking this. I hope that you liked it too. I think that Mirabel's house goes in many places. You could use this kind of stuff everywhere. I've had it in Wild Tangle, in Sunlit Plateau, and Peaceful Meadow. It's such a beautiful house, and there's so much more you can do with these casita walls too. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this. And please like and subscribe if you did. I would appreciate it so much. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.